Just finished blow drying my hair in my parents' bathroom. Loves it. I'm feeling super fresh, you know, like fresh out of the shower vibes. Don't you love that? I love that shit. I don't like wash my hair often, like probably like once or twice a week. I really shouldn't wait that long to be honest with my hair, but it is what it is. I'm just using my mom's, this is Nexus Clean and Pure 5-in-1 hair oil. I've been saying that I was going to give you guys an updated video talking all about my IBE hair extensions. Since I have almost had these hair extensions for about a year now, I just figured I would sit down with you guys and give you pretty much all the ins and outs of having IBE hair extensions, how much they cost, all the maintenance, and then with that just kind of like sharing with you guys the continuous hair journey in terms of my hair loss, because if you've been following me for a while, you probably know the whole reason why I got super long hair extensions was because I'm overcompensating for the fact that I lost all of my hair. This episode of Vlogmas, I'm just going to talk all about that because I've been meaning to do that, and I feel like you guys really love just hearing about my hair journey. I will link all the videos possible that I can think of off the top of my head of mine that I've filmed in the past that are talking about my hair, and so that way you guys can get a pretty good deep understanding of what it's like being blonde. I've been blonde for years now. Brief synopsis of what is going on with me before I got the IBE hair extensions and why I chose to get the IBE. I did have previous hair extensions. I had Bellamy K-tip hair extensions, and while they were absolutely beautiful, and in terms of the hair, I personally even like the hair a little bit better than this. I think this is Kitsune hair. I literally love the way that it looked on me and everything, but I could just tell when it came down to the removal process, all my hair was gonna like snap off. I have baby fine hair as it is, like just naturally. Even if I wasn't blonde, it's still like baby fine. My hair before the extensions was probably the best and most fullest that it ever has been. I'll put some pictures right here. Literally so pretty. It was like right after I moved home from Florida. So since I was pretty much already aware of the fact that my hair was going to snap off with the extensions, I just had her chop it for me. I've always been the type over the years to like just chop my hair, let it grow out. Like I never really cared in terms of my length. Like it never really bothered me until I had no hair basically. Then I like was trying to preserve any type of length that I've ever had. So after the big chop, I honestly felt fine. I still felt like I had hair. It just felt like on the ends it was a little bit more like less, like it literally went down to like a piece of tail, but I still felt like I had hair. I'm going to talk a little bit about mental health here for a second too, because pretty much around this time last year, so extensions are out, okay? I'm just rocking my little short bob, and then I went through like a few different traumatic experiences, talked about a little bit here and there. Some of them had to do with my business, some of them had to do with like my personal life. Between the months of November of last year into February of this year, it was a very stressful year for me. So I think like my nervous system was fucking wrecked, and the reason why I'm mentioning all of this is because I think it plays a huge role in the things that I was doing to my hair, the carelessness. Yeah, I went through like a lot of things that internalized as severe stress, and stress literally will make a huge impact in your hair. I got COVID in November of last year, which I think was a key factor. I've been doing a lot of research on hair loss and COVID. A lot of my clients are experiencing it as well, and it's all around the front of your face, which is pretty much exactly where some of my hair loss stems to. It was beyond the bleaching, it was beyond the extensions. Something internal was definitely going on with me and my hormones, and it reflected, we went straight to my hair basically. I just like would look at myself and just hate hate, literally hate the way that I look. I slowed down with making videos. I slowed down with taking pictures. Like I literally, I'm still struggling to this day, to be honest, on viewing myself like in a positive light. Like I truly thought that I was ugly. And so that's kind of where these hair extensions, the IBEs, play a part, because that's when I started doing a lot of research on the best hair extensions that won't make your hair fall out and are great for like fine haired clients. You have to be so careful, especially with fine hair. You just have to treat it like a baby. It's completely different than like just some random person with like amazing texture. And I kept finding out that IBE was going to be the method for me. That's when I decided to take the plunge. And I'm also pretty lucky because, once again, hair world is a small world, just kind of like rave and festival world is small. Hair world is very small as well. So I already knew some girls literally like right in the same area as, like literally right next door actually to where my suite is, who did the IBE hair extension methods. So I contacted them and had my consult, and that's kind of where it stems from here. This video is gonna have to kind of be in chapters, so hang on. This chapter, I guess, will say like the beginning processes of IBE. And you contact an IBE stylist, which you have to be certified for these. I am not, but I am hoping a goal for 2023. Holy shit. 2023, a goal of mine is actually to get certified in them, because, spoiler alert, I love the IBEs and my hair has grown with them. But anyways, when you contact an IBE stylist, they basically get you in for a free consultation. And from there, they kind of figure out what would work best for your hair, what you're kind of looking for, if you're looking for volume or length. For me, since I already do hair and I was feeling very desperate and I just wanted basically like not to look like me in general, I decided to go with the 3-row of wefts and the longest length of hair. So mind you, this is the most expensive amount of hair that you can get. Prices are different depending on the rows of wefts that they put in your hair, and it depends on the length. So basically that is what we had decided. I'm going to do the 3 rows of the 26 inch, I think it is, 27 inch. The longest amount that you could possibly have. Since then I've cut them, but originally they were probably about down to here, I would say. What you do from there is you put your hair deposit down. I think mine was about $700 for that amount of hair. They will order the hair, they will color the hair for you, like your root part. Usually a lot of girls will get their color and their extensions done all in the same session, but at the time I didn't really need to do that. When I came in, all they were doing was just the 3-row install of these hair extensions, and this was in March of this year. They will section up your hair, and then they'll put individual beads like into your hair in a very clean section. And I did originally 3 rows of that, and then they will take the hair from there and they will put it, like attach it kind of to the beads and then sew it in. I hope I'm explaining this as good as I can. Like I said, I don't do them myself just yet, but I've been watching, and because I am in the nature of the business, I do kind of have, I guess, somewhat of an understanding of what they're doing, but I don't have any of the technical terms, I guess, because I've just never taken any classes. But yeah, so basically what they're doing is putting the weft in, attaching it to the beads by sewing it through. So yes, that weft goes all around from like here to here, or all around my head, and then I have another row right here. And then when I did have my 3rd row, it was like a little bit lower than that. In terms of maintenance, they send you home with like a little care package. I'm not going to show you the front because it's like gross. Well, whatever, who cares? I need to clean out my brush. But they give you this little brush. It's for your extensions, and you have to get that brush. Like anything else will not like literally brush them out the way that you're supposed to. You're supposed to be very careful when you brush the weft. And you're supposed to like hold it and brush it down like this. Hair oil is necessary. You must blow dry them every single time after you take a shower, which that is the most hardest part for me to this day. You do have to braid them at night as well, but I was already doing that previously, so that wasn't a big deal to me. Oh yes, in terms of like maintaining, I basically would go back probably like 6 weeks, either 6 to 8 weeks for maintenance. I can't quite remember. I think I might teeter right in between that actually. Basically what they do for that is they take the whole entire weft out, they brush your hair out, and then they do the whole process all over again. They put the beads in and then just do it all over again. It probably took me about, it probably takes us about like 3.5 hours, 3.5 to 4 hours if we're just doing the maintenance like pull-up part. If we were to do color, then that would be like an additional few hours in between, which I would always just like, once you get into a flow and you just kind of like plan for those things. So it's like, it sounds scary at first because I remember thinking like, holy shit, that's a long day, but like it's really not that big of a deal. But once again, I'm in the business, so maybe I'm just used to that stuff. My move ups were always around, I think like 400, a little less than 400. I think I'm overestimating, at least for 3. Now that I only have 2, it might be a little bit, 2 rows, I mean, it might be a little less. As long as you're taking good care of these extensions, like I said, this is my first go around with these. I've had these literally since March. The initial install investment was pretty expensive because you're paying for like them to color all of it and stuff. If I can remember correctly, I think it's around $1,800. In the consult, they make you pretty aware of how much it's going to cost. So like you're not like really necessarily left in the dark, and no extension hairstylist should leave you in the dark. I feel like they're all pretty qualified enough to like let y'all know the price. Like you're paying a pretty penny. If you think about it, if you have no hair and you're like feeling so insecure about yourself and the way that you view yourself, and like just hating every ounce of your physical appearance, in terms of like making myself feel better about that, I'm gonna pay whatever it is. It could be a vanity thing, but I don't wish the hair loss on my worst enemy. I think that just about covers like as much as I can tell you guys with these. If you have any other questions, you can let me know. But now I'm gonna get back into what I've been doing to try and get my hair to grow back. And it is finally growing back. I do feel like now more than ever, I can like look at it and definitely see improvement. But the first like 6 months, I'm not gonna lie, it definitely felt like nothing was happening. Whatever it was in my hair that made that happen, I can pretty much see it growing down my hair. And our plan eventually is to just let it continue to grow, and then eventually it'll just get cut out. What I've been doing in between that is less highlight sessions. And when we do highlight sessions, we also are being very, very cautious and careful not to overlap the bleach. Collectively, altogether this year, I probably only got my roots done like 4 times. I do try to do less heat, although I would say I've been doing more heat just because back in the day I would just let my hair air dry. I do have to at least blow dry it once or twice a week after I wash. IBE has a hair pill that you could take that I was taking for a while, but once I ran out, I just didn't renew it. Wasn't taking anything for a little bit, just trying to like really make sure that I drink a lot of water and was good with my diet in terms of getting enough protein and stuff. But now I decided to take prenatals because I also was noticing around at the time of the month, I was seeing a lot of like brittleness with my hair, or just my hair felt different. So that's why I was like, this is probably something hormonal related. That's why my hair feels this way. So taking the prenatals, I feel like has already helped a lot. I think I mentioned this like time and time again, but I also use a silk pillowcase, and I've been using that for years. I have noticed some serious improvement, especially around the front of my face. This is, I guess, like where I just started to notice something was severely wrong, was like right here. Like this technically is supposed to be down here with the rest of my hair. The rest of my hair too, I feel like I always get this question, people always ask me this, where my hair is. So my real hair is hitting right about here now. And it still looks like pretty fuzzed out to me on the bottoms of it, but it is definitely growing, because when I first got the extensions, I chopped my hair like up to here. It's been a work in progress. It's been very slow moving, but I am seeing some improvements finally. That, I think, just about covers as much as I possibly could. I feel like I've been talking your guys' ear off. If you guys have any other questions, you can always direct message me on Instagram. That's probably the fastest way that I'll get back to you. Or you can leave a comment down below and let me know if there's any more information that you'd like me to answer. I do hope to get certified in these in the new year, but we will see. But if I do get certified, then obviously I can even show you guys like a hairstylist that gets certified in IBEs, which I think that would be really fun, a fun route to take my content to. So I think that is it. Thank you for watching Vlogmas episode 3 now. We're on episode 3. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this. And I will see you guys for tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, if I can come up with some content for tomorrow's Vlogmas episode. So, yes. Have a good night, you guys. Stay hot.